I'm the scat man. I'm the scat man.
Welcome to Covers His Puck Props with 14-year NHL vet Carlo Colaiacovo, presented by Sports Interaction. Good night last night. Could have been a big night.
Could have been a great night. Yeah, definitely could have been.
But like, what happened in the Buffalo game? Like, if Buffalo comes back and ties that game, and that game goes to overtime, both coaches should be fired. It wouldn't be happening. But like, I don't think we moved the needle anywhere with either Buffalo or the Rangers in terms of where we thought they were going into that game.
No, and think about it. Adam Fox scores his first goal of the season in an empty net, which ends up being the game-winning goal. Crazy.
And he finished with one shot on goal, the absolute plug. If he gets that other shot, we hit that 5 plus 500, 1.5 shot parlay from all the big D. But yes, bam, there you go. Sanderson, Ottawa 3-way from Darren last night. Good job. I do like the 2-game slates. We got 14 games. 28. It's too many. It is too many. There's lots of stories in all these games, and it just takes so much time to go through. But let's try to do it anyway. So right away, like, is Nashville playing? I know we lost it last time, but they are playing. Oh, they're playing Dallas. Oh, we're getting the team total under 2.5 at like a reasonable number, minus 130. So we bet it. I mean, it's no plus 170, Carlo.
Yeah.
But this is the worst team in hockey at 1-9 straight up, riding an 8-game losing streak. They've gone over this number just 2 times in their last 10 games. They are scoring 1.6 goals per game on the road over the last 30 days with 16 goals over 10 games played. On the other side, Dallas, 2.0 goals against at home this year across 13 games. The under's good here at 6, minus 115. Forsberg, Marchessault, Stamkos understack is plus 400 if you're really greedy. But right now, I know they scored 3, but they still lost to Calgary.
I know.
Are the Preds the worst team in hockey right now?
They are. I mean, record-wise, points-wise, scoring-wise, yeah, everything points to them being the worst team in hockey. And I believe I haven't seen the news today, but you said that Roman Josi left the game last game, right? So is he a guy that's out of their lineup tonight? Have you heard any update on that?
No, but that would be, I mean, the offense literally goes through him. I think he's next.
That's what I mean. If he left the game and he's not playing tonight, that just creates a better argument. I'm actually looking at this game and I'm looking at the shutout prop for Ottinger.
So there you go. I remember, as I told you before, if you're betting the shutout, look to see what the shutout price is and then see what every listed player under 0.5 points is. Right. And you usually get the same price. So always take that because you can get that greasy fourth line goal, as you referred to it as. I'm just trying to bring that up. But I don't really have anything other than that. It's just a straight fade on Nashville. Find your best way to do it.
It's a fade. Right now, we're not. Nashville's a fade. Like, you don't even know you don't even care who they're playing. It's fade until they look and feel like they're a team coming out of this slump they're in.
Adam's Digest, like, hope you listened to the Batherson power play point. Yeah, he had a couple. He had 3 goals. I think all 3 goals were on the power play from him, weren't they?
For
Ottawa,
Batherson?
I think so.
I know first one was, second one was. I'm not sure.
And the third one might have not been. The third one,
I think Kachuk had the third one on the power play.
Yeah, his third goal was unassisted, I believe. Yeah. Just trying to take a look at this EOC business. Yeah, day-to-day, lower. Oh, don't forget. And Gustav Nyquist is dealing with illness.
Oh, wow. Okay. I got to look at the shutout prop right now. What's the shutout?
They are thin down the middle here.
Yeah, got to get this before it moves.
Nah, it doesn't move that much. It's hockey.
You don't think so?
No, it doesn't. It's hockey. It won't move too much.
Okay. What about the under in the game? Is the under of the game?
6, yes, the under 6 minus 115 is very good.
You know?
Yes, 4-0, 5-0 Dallas.
Right.
4-1 Dallas. There's a lot there. It's one of those where you're like, put a few eggs in this basket over in that Nashville Dallas game. Another game I want to put some eggs in the basket. Washington Columbus. They had 3 plays. I wanted 4. I took away the stack with Strome and McMichael. Jacob Chikrin for a point, plus 115, wanted the assist, but the guy's actually been scoring. He's been shooting a ton. Washington in regulation, 3-way, money line, minus 105. And then Connor McMichael, alt shots over, 4+ shots on goal, plus 220. If you're not that adventurous, his over 2.5 shots is a very reasonable minus 125. But Washington, 8-2 straight up in the last 10 meetings, including a 7-2 win versus the Blue Jackets as a minus 260 home favorite just a month ago. Not a single power play point in that game. You know who's playing in net for Columbus?
Is it Greaves?
Jet Greaves, bud. Yeah. And it's not because of an injury. It's just because the tandem in Columbus is playing so bad that they brought up Jet Greaves. Now you tell me.
Who's the tandem? Is it Tarasov and Merzlikins?
Yeah, so Tarasov's been absolutely terrible, so that's why they're bringing up old Jet Greaves. They've just allowed a ton of goals.
Columbus has allowed 14 straight games with a power play goal. Washington power play point. Here we go.
I know that was my next point. He literally just took it right out of there. Oh wow, he's reading my notes, I think, today. There's the next note. So literally it says Jet Greaves goals against over 3 in the AHL this year with a .902 save percentage. Those aren't good AHL numbers for someone jumping up. Those translate to 3.5, maybe 8 save in the show here. And Washington has taken 13 of a possible 14 points in their last 7 games. That's a really great stretch of hockey for them. And then here's the penalty kill. Columbus penalty kill has allowed a goal in 14 straight games. 19 total power play goals allowed over their 14 games. They're also one of the best home offenses in hockey. So 2-way scoring here. And that's where the Chikrin point comes from. Chikrin's got 12 points in 14 games since coming back. And now
he's not quarterbacking the power play, is he?
Yes, it's a double D. It's the double D power play.
No way. They've got the double D power play?
Yes.
Okay.
Double D. Oh, Great Flick says there's a good one. Yes. Defenseman versus Anaheim, Morgan Riley over 2.5 shots. It is slightly priced in, but you see it constantly. First period over minus 140 Caps Jackets. That's
Wow, the double D power play.
The double D power play, and he's pointing on that power play. I like the team total over.
What's it paying, the Chikrin power play point?
Oh, jeepers. Let's see. Hold on. 2 games. So just to get on the McMichael one, let the chat know. Chat, let me know what that's paying so I can finish off this thought here.
Okay, go ahead. I'll find it. Go ahead.
2 games of 6+ shots on goal McMichael has over his last 3 games. He had 4 shots on goal versus Columbus in that blowout win, which is a spot where you kind of take your foot off the gas pedal. But this is also a guy who was shooting, but now he gets Dylan Strome as his centerman, and he's doing a lot more with a better center as opposed to, I think it was Pierre-Luc Dubois was his center, or I don't know who was his center when he was playing on the other line when Ovi was healthy. But now he's got Strome. He's getting more pucks on the net in Tampa Bay. Plus 290 from Insight there for the Chikrin.
Yeah,
so
there it is. Yeah.
That's what it should be. But he's the better man out there right now than
How about
Karlsson.
Tom Wilson plus 310 for a power play point?
Yes.
I mean, I know he's got the fucking, excuse my language. He's got the
birdcage.
The birdcage on now, right?
Fishbowl. Is he birdcage or fishbowl?
I think I saw fishbowl on him yesterday. Yeah.
Not the birdcage isn't a popular one. Why? What? Like, when's the last time these guys probably played with a cage? At 18?
Depends on if you came from college or junior.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Right.
That's it. Is it really that big? Yeah, I guess so.
It is, man. It sucks. I had to play a large stretch of games one year in St. Louis because I took a puck in the eye and I broke my orbital bone. And the doctors told me, because I got hit in the eye and I couldn't see out of my eye for like 2 weeks. And they said, look, if you have another injury close to this, could be dangerous. So you want to play, you got to play with a cage on, dude. I couldn't play hockey. I was the worst hockey player ever because I couldn't stick handle the puck. My peripheral vision sucked because I was seeing black with the cage everywhere. And then finally I was like, I went to my trainer. I'm like, you have to help me with something. I can't wear a bubble. I can't wear a cage. So they gave me the long visor. So I wore the long visor.
Oh no. You were looking like early. Oh,
like Steve Duchesne.
There's some really funny ones. Like Chris Pronger and Jr. had one that went down to his chin.
Buddy, I wore a visor that came down to here. Like this
I
is
need to find that picture.
But I had to because I had to like see beneath me again.
See beneath me. Bertuzzi and Jr. also had a gigantic one too.
Who did?
Bertuzzi.
Oh, okay.
So you're talking about nearly losing your vision, and my first thought was, I want to hear some of the chirps that you got while on the ice wearing a full bird cage.
No.
Right? No, someone must have said, you must have gotten a lot in front of the net, no?
Not really.
What?
No. I mean, because guys know that is that the visor there? I think no, that's not the visor there.
Is that a pink shirt?
No,
that's it. That was his regular visor.
That's a normal visor, yeah.
Still pretty low.
What are we talking about? So guys know that like when guys are wearing a cage,
they're injured.
Yeah, they've hurt their face somehow. So nobody's like chirping you for wearing it.
Oh, okay. All right. That's new. I would have thought you would have got it for sure.
I didn't, at least. I mean, maybe there's other guys that have.
No, that makes professional sense. I get it. Yeah. All right, that game, 3 plays, Chikrin Point, Washington regulation, and McMichael alt shots over in that spot. Detroit, Philadelphia. Philadelphia minus 140 on the money line, over under sitting at a flat 6. We're seeing a lot of 6s. I mean, scoring, I believe, is down if I'm just looking at how the totals are recently. Detroit is 31st in penalty kill percentage at 67% on the season. Okay, that is an absolute terrible number. Bobby Brink, playing third line. I don't care. He's playing PP1, and he's $5.75 for a power play point. I mentioned it last night or yesterday in the show. I'm not great at these. I hit Zellweger yesterday too at 5 something. It was a good play.
Yeah, it should have been. They had a 5-on-3 in the third period.
So I'm going to split up a unit between old Bobby Brink here and Sean Couturier. Okay. I mean, if you want Couturier for a point, that's good. He's still centering Konechny in the spot. Cam Talbot will be back. Ville Husso was pulled in his last game. They sent off the Italian goaltender. I forget his name. I'm sure it ends with a vowel. But Talbot, I don't know. They're backup. They're backup to the backup. Detroit.
Detroit. Oh, they got Sebastian Cossa.
Yeah, is he Italian?
I believe he is, yeah.
I think I just saw it on the tweet saying that the Olympics is allowing certain Italians. Yeah.
Yes, let's go. Italy's going to be a powerhouse again in international hockey. Let's go.
Yeah, except for that goaltending. Oh, no.
Look, there's a bird cage.
No.
Yeah.
Wow, maybe they could have got you a smaller chin guard, but
wow.
Look at the size of that thing.
Yeah, believe me, it sucked, man.
It looks so funny on Grown Men.
Yeah,
I'm glad no one made fun of you, though. But Talbot's been back. But Talbot wasn't great before he was injured. He was 1-4 straight up over his last 6 games with a sub-900 save, goals against at 3.32. So combine that with Philly leaning on that power play, I think splitting up something there. We can get them both, which would be nice on one play. But Mitchkov's been a stud. Mr. Producer, be so kind to Google Pat LaFontaine full shield. Thank you, Andy. Happy to know that you're healthy. Here it is. Oh, my
There
goodness.
it is.
Oh, my Lord.
It is. Look at that.
But, so they know, if he gets a shot in the head that his playing career could be over, so no one says
Well, that's probably, jaw-related because he's a guy saying, I can't wear a bird cage, so I'm going to wear the long visor, but I need something to protect my chin. And that's the device they came up with. Jeez.
It looks like they built it before he went on the ice.
Right.
You're not finding that thing at Canadian Tire, that's for sure.
That's too funny. That's too funny.
Yeah, no, Mitchkov, like it. Spell his name wrong constantly. Very interested to see where this goes. I believe you can get the field versus Mitchkov right now for Calder at plus 175. And Celebrini's like plus 200. And I think right now it's just because he has more points, but I think at the end of the year, when it comes down to it, points per game, it's going to be pretty close between Celebrini and Michkov. But I mean, Michkov, I think, has 3 overtime goals on the year, which is a big plus. Anaheim, Toronto, we keep rolling. Toronto minus 425. If you want to go out there, and I heard Matthew Kaz dropping the reverse puck line at the plus 1.5 puck line for the Ducks at plus 125, be my guest. But I don't think this Anaheim offense is doing anything tonight. There's nothing that shows me that they're going to do that. I'm going under 6. Toronto's shown so far, Carlo, that with a lead, they sit on the lead.
Yeah.
This is not
they're good. They're good at playing like boring games.
Yeah, they're very boring, right? And especially after what we saw in the previous game where they had no right being involved in that game, probably get a better effort, right? Yeah. What do you say? I think you told me you talk about effort. 82 games, you get 60, like 50
80%.
games. Exactly, right? Yeah. And that was one of the outlier games for Toronto, especially early.
Yeah, and I'm not sure why. I mean, considering, it's the Devils, they're a top team, Sheldon Keefe, former coach, you would have thought that, players would find a way to make that a game they play with more energy. Instead, I mean, Tuesday night in Newark, New Jersey probably didn't excite many of those guys, and they've made it known with the way they played. But, usually what happens in this league is when good teams have off nights like that, they find a way to respond. And I don't know what a Thursday night in Toronto is going to feel like when Anaheim's coming to town off a back-to-back and after a 5-1 loss to Ottawa. I don't know, but again, team total, Anaheim is a good one here because it's probably going to be a wall game, but does it matter who plays in net for the Leafs? Right? I mean, I might even sprinkle on the Wolves shutout too, right? I mean, that's how good the Leafs goaltending has been. And Anaheim's in a slump right now. They've lost 4 in a row.
So let's go Terry and Vetrano understack plus 180. Oh. You want to get really crazy in there? Throw Strome in there because he's the power play one guy. They're all correlated. If one's getting a point, they're probably one of them's going to get a points. But that's where their offense is coming from right now. They're on the road. They get the bad matchup with the last change. It's a tough spot. And because it was a John Gibson game versus Ottawa last night, it's a Lucas Dostal game today, and this could be the best goaltending game.
And the under is 6?
6, bud. Oh, look at him. Oh, he's reaching for the account. Look at him.
Yeah.
Yes, 6.
I gotta find that.
Yes, you do.
I gotta jump on that right
Anaheim
now.
scored 5 goals over their last 4 games versus Ottawa, Montreal, Minnesota, and Vegas. I mean, Dostal's been great. I mean, he's second in the league in goals saved above expected per 60, and Stolarz and Wall are 7th and 8th. So yeah. I think this is easily minus 2.5, minus 180. Yuck. So that's exactly Insights looking at the Anaheim team total, and that's where I went. I was obviously wanted to get the Anaheim team total, didn't get it, but I think in this spot, this is a great spot where you can get that full game under, and still feel pretty comfortable. Anaheim under 0.5 goals is 575. Anaheim to get shut out, that's.
Well, would that be the same line as you get in a shutout for the goal?
That's the shutout line. No, because no goals, you get a shutout for overtime, right? So if it's 0-0 and it goes to a shootout and you lose in a shootout,
it still counts as a shutout?
That's a shutout, but the other team scores a goal. Like if they won in a shootout. Sorry, if Anaheim wins in a shootout 1-0. Right. You get Anaheim, you get the Toronto shutout versus Anaheim, but Anaheim does score 1 goal.
I'm so confused. So, okay, so say this game goes 0-0, okay, and it ends 1-0 Toronto in shootouts.
Okay, let's say it ends 1-0 Anaheim in shootouts.
Yes, okay.
So Toronto gets the shutout.
Oh, but if it ends in overtime, he doesn't.
Correct.
Okay.
But
that's why it's higher.
But then you lose the under team total under 0.5 because they scored.
Okay. So you're better off hitting the shutout prop.
And you're always better just to hit the player point unders.
Right. Because shootouts don't count for points either.
Yes. What's the price for the game to end 0-0? Now you're talking. Insight. I don't know if that's something that they offer. 0-0 in regulation, maybe see if we can find that. But Anaheim under 0.5 goals at plus 575 is not something you want. I'm sure you can get something more creative. What's up with the Philly schedule last night? Home, away, home, away, home, away. Just trying to get games in. I don't know, just before the holidays. But that's where we are with that one. Last game. Let's go. We're moving on. We got basketball next. As someone pointed out earlier, don't be a freeloader. Hit that like button.
Yeah, hit that button. Come on.
We have a really good ratio. We don't blow the doors off the table here with our numbers.
Juice pump us. Come on.
But the juice pumpers are committed to engagement, and I greatly appreciate it.
What a name we came up for ourselves.
I know. We also need to check on Big Mike. Big Mike was at the top there with some dirty stuff. I know he usually uses this time to go to the bathroom at work, so he takes us in the stall with him, but I don't know. We need to check to make sure he didn't get busted by the man on company time. Patrick Laine, absolutely rejuvenating Montreal, especially at home, and they're at home again versus Pittsburgh, minus 105, dog, total 6.5. Minus 110 for a point. Then we're going to go half a unit and get greedy. 450 for 2 points.
Ooh.
I know. They've won 3 of their last 4.
I know.
Laine, 4 points.
Game tonight.
Ooh, 4 points.
0-0 is plus 14,000, Lance says. Wow.
So you got to make sure to find out if that's in regulation or if that's 0-0 would have to be regulation.
Yeah.
Okay. 100-1, no score. And that's probably avoiding overtime. So it'd have to go 0-0, no overtime winner, which is absolutely terrifying. That would be the worst sweat of the night by far.
Yeah, no kidding.
3 power play goals in those 4 games from Laine. Lane Hudson looks incredible on the blue line now that Mathens is out. And Pittsburgh's getting points, but still on the 4th worst goals against average at 3.6 over the last 10 games. They're playing better, but they're not playing Toronto-style hockey right now. Let's be fair. It's still a team that not long ago we were calling the worst team in hockey. Montreal can absolutely win this game.
Montreal, yeah. Yeah, they absolutely can, for sure.
So talk to me. You've done the games. You've seen what's happened. The Laine effect, the Hudson effect. I think both of those go hand in hand with that power play.
Yeah, oh yeah, 100%.
What's the feeling with the Habs right now and the confidence that they're playing with?
Well, there's a new energy with the team, right? Because they've added an impact player, and he's been making an impact. And with the goals that he's scoring, it's not just energizing the team, it's energizing the fan base. Like the goals that he scores, the eruption that you hear in the building makes it feel like or sound like the roof's going to blow off. So that's a fun atmosphere to play in. And when you're playing in fun atmospheres and you're getting results, it boosts your confidence a lot more. And plus the performances they're getting in net from Montembeault, who's been really, really good over the last month. Laine has injected a new life into this group. And what that has done is that it's better balanced their lineup. So instead of getting or looking at just your top line of getting production that's led by Suzuki and Caulfield, now you look at their second line, you've got Slafkovsky, Laine, and Doc. Doc's a guy they want to pick up his production too. Now they've got 2 lines of offense versus just 1. So it's making Montreal a lot better. 360 for a power play point for Laine?
It's a good price.
It's a great price.
Laine and Slafkovsky both to get 2 points is 25-1.
Wow.
I know they play together. They're correlated. They play the second line. They play PP1 together. An old Hall L says has to be regulation. Wake up, boys. No, it doesn't have to be regulation. They could score that after overtime and not include the shutout or not include the shootout. That's where that was. Yeah. And Big Mike says, you know me well. Says I poop with the door open. Why? Because he owns his own business. I want to poop, I'll poop. Ain't nobody stopping me when you own your own business.
Yes, love
small
it.
Business owners. Yeah, small business
Big
owners.
Mike. Big Mike, love it.
Big Mike. So that's where we are. It's a giant slate. I wish I could go through every game, but we got basketball coming up right now with Adam and John Bettler. We've changed his name. The Bettler.
Is he still on fire?
I have no idea. I think he went 0-2 last night.
Okay. Well, it's NBA Cup. I mean, You're
God,
limited
the
with
NBA
your
Cup.
options.
How long is the NBA Cup? What a joke of an association when you have to add something that takes away from your own schedule for a month during the holidays.
Hey, they got to
absolutely
find a
hate
way
this
to excite
situation.
the players because the players have no fun playing regular season basketball. Or, hey, they just have no fun playing basketball at all. They just want to collect their paychecks.
And go on their podcast after the game and
Unbelievable.
talk
NBA's a
shit.
joke.
Oh, he got him fired up. Both games.
Anybody
went
wasting
way
time
under.
watching that nonsense?
Nonsense, he says. All right, we got lots of stuff. Everything's down there at the bottom. Before you go out, hit that like button, subscribe, do all those things, leave comments, tell your friends about us, win money. There's producer Mick saying, hit that like button. Holidays are coming. Let's cash some more tickets. Big slate, 14 games. We got a little bit of everything. We'll leave it at that. I'm Josh Ingles. He's Carlo Colaiacovo. This is Pat LaFontaine and Chingar. Thank you, Andy Francis, for that. Presented by Sports Interaction. We'll see you back here tomorrow, same time. Big slate tomorrow. I think it's only one game. 10 a.m.
Love it.
Love it.
Ciao.